So here we are with animal cell organelles part 2. This was what we did in the first lesson. We looked at the organelles and we talked a little bit about what their jobs were. There was one thing that I forgot to tell you, and one of the ways you can kind of remember which one of these is the mitochondria is these little squiggly lines in here. And when you look at them, they kind of look like M's, M&M's, M&M's. So that might help some of you remember which one is the mitochondria. The nucleus is usually in the center. It's kind of the center of everything. Kind of looks like an egg yolk maybe. That might help you there too. All right. Now we're going to move on. We're going to actually record the jobs of these cells. What do they do for the cell? So you have another handout. Looks something like this. And we're going to start with number 1, which was the mitochondria. And if you remember in the first video that I did, we called that the mighty mitochondria. You can't really see me, but I'm flexing both of my biceps when I say mighty mitochondria. That's its kind of nickname. We also said it's the powerhouse, and that in a school it would be like the cafeteria or the cooks in the lunchroom. Okay? Its job is to break down sugar. That's also called glucose. If you've ever heard the word glucose, that's what it is, blood sugar. And it's going to break that down so it can release energy that the cell can use. So when that glucose shows up in the cell can't really access it. It can't use it. So the mitochondria has to break it down, create that energy. It's kind of like in a power plant, they burn coal that creates heat, makes steam, use steam to generate the electricity. And then you use the electricity in your home for all of your wonderful electronics. Number 2, hope you remember, that is called, do you remember? Cell membrane. And the job of the cell membrane is to regulate what goes into and out of the cell. In a school, that would be like the front door. And it controls the movement of materials in and out of the cell. The cell membrane. Remember, it also creates a barrier in between the inside of the cell and the outside of the cell. Moving on to number 3, we're talking about the nucleus. Remember, I always like to talk about the nucleus and say it's the brain. In the school, it's going to be your main office. And its functions are to control all of the cell's activities, and it contains genetic material. We think of that as DNA. I told you that's what makes you you. Gives you the color hair, gives you shape of your nose, all of those wonderful things that make each one of you so special to me. All right. Number 4, the vacuole. In animal cells, it is quite small, and that would be like the storage room of your school. Mr. Osborne has some space down in the basement in the boiler room where he stores things, and that would be kind of like your vacuole. The vacuole stores food, water, and even waste until it can be gotten rid of. I like your recycling bin, I guess. And last, but certainly not least, is the cytoplasm. Oops, it would help if I spelled it correctly. Sorry about that, guys. C-Y-T-O-P-L-A-S-M. Cytoplasm. And that would be like your hallways, because that's how you move things around. You have to go through the hallways. The cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance, and that supports and protects the cell organelles, and it moves the organelles around inside the cell. So that's all you really need to know about those cell parts, but you do need to know it. You need to know that what part of the school it would be like. You need to know what its function is. Now, you're going to cut out both of these on the solid black line. You can glue or tape this one directly to one of the pages in your composition book. I would imagine it's going to do a little bit better going this way on your composition book instead of this way. You're going to then cut out the top, which is this one, and you're just going to glue underneath the tab. That way you can open it up. Here is, I think I have mine in my composition book already. If I do, I will show it to you. See if I can find it. There it is. It's not filled in yet, but oh, that's not it. That's the next one. There it is. So there's your plant cell, and there's the functions glued down in the composition book. All right? Don't forget to study. Take a look at your test. See if you can answer any questions now.